going, guys? My name is TJP, and today we have a special video. I am doing a career simulation, a what-if scenario of Jesus Christ. What if Jesus Christ was in the NBA? And for this scenario, I thought it would be fitting to put him on none other than the New York Knicks. Can Jesus Christ, the Son of God, the Messiah, right? Can he save the Knicks? The Knicks that look like they just don't have any hope. Any glimpse of hope that they strive to have is, it's just always foiled, right? They've been irrelevant for pretty much my entire life and even before that. So, yeah. And Knicks fans are desperate. So, can Jesus Christ himself bring the Knicks back? Can he be the savior of the New York Knicks? That is what we're here to find out. So, if you guys are interested and like this kind of content, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below some more ideas, maybe some more what-if scenarios, or some other kind of things that you want me to see, maybe some other games you want to play. But that being said, let's get on to the gameplay. Alrighty, so essentially what I did was I'm automating everything, so whatever happens, happens. And I just want to put this out there, guys. This is not meant to be offensive, so I'm just, again, this is a what-if scenario, and yeah, don't take offense to this. Thought I'd put that disclaimer out there. Anyways, he's a 99 overall, everything. Tendencies are all up. Now, he is on the Knicks. He is on the Knicks right now, but he could leave the Knicks. So, this is, like I said, it's more of a career simulation, but can he save the Knicks? That is the real question. Can they win a championship? So, we're just going to simulate every single season, follow the career path of Jesus, and see how good he becomes. I'll show his stats after end of each season, see if we win the championship, see where he goes, because that's how a career simulation works. Alright, and after the first season of simulation, let me put this in the top left, that way you guys can just see everything. Jesus Christ was the MVP, 33.1 points, 60.8 rebounds, 11.5 assists, 2.6 to 3.2 blocks, 50, 40, 90 season. He is unbelievable year, and he was the Rookie of the Year. Brandon Clark, 6-man. Defensive Player of the Year also. Jesus. Darius Beasley, most improved. Tom Thibodeau, Coach Year. We went 63-19 in our rookie year. And we were obviously All-NBA first team. I mean, I'm just kind of go through these rewards really quickly. All defense first team, obviously, and all rookie first team. Also, Obi Toppin made all rookie second team. That's nice. But, yeah, Jesus was incredible. And like I said, we went 63-19. And Jesus was unbelievable. So, again, I am not doing any automations. Everything is automated. So, we're just going to simulate, see how we end up doing. Can Jesus win? No, they get eliminated in the second round. The Sixers win the chip after the first season. So, Joel Embiid wins Finals MVP. But it is looking promising for the Knicks, assuming Jesus stays with them. So let's see if he does end up staying with them. Alrighty, so taking a look at the roster, looks like the Knicks did make some moves. Jesus is still on the team. We still have Mitchell Robinson. They signed DeMar DeRozan and Paul Millsap. Interesting stuff. Will Jesus be able to carry the team? Here comes season number 2. Let's see how we do. Alright, and after the second season, once again, Jesus Christ, MVP, 35.5 points, 17.2 rebounds, 13.4 assists, 2.8 steals, 2.8 blocks, on a 50, 40, 90 season, nearly a 60, 45, 100, almost. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year, Spencer Dinwiddie, 6-man of the Year, Jesus was Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved, RJ Barrett, that's cool too. I guess he was Most Improved, that's interesting. And then Tom Thibodeau, once again, Coach. Yeah, we went 69-13. Number 1 seed again. And Floyd Mullins was our Executive of the Year. And here are the All-NBA teams. If you guys care to pause and look, obviously Jesus is going to be on All-NBA first and All-Defensive. And we were 69-13. We're taking on the Magic again. Can the Knicks win the NBA Finals in Jesus' second season? Let's find out. Yes, they can. Jesus has brought a championship to the New York Knicks. He's done it. He's done it. He's done everything that he's needed to do. But let's continue simulating, because now it's basically just a career simulation at this point. Alright, so here's the third season rotation. This is an interesting name. Ubu Dianko Baji. It's really funny looking at this team. Actually, no. It's decent. I mean, Mitchell Robinson, RJ Barrett, Obi Toppin are pretty good. So was Emmanuel Quickly, and DeMar DeRozan's still okay. But, yeah. Let's go on to Season 3 and see how Jesus does. Alrighty, after season number 3, once again, Jesus was the MVP, averaging another ridiculous triple-double. James Burke, Rookie of the Year. Evan Mobley, 6th Man of the Year. Defense Player of the Year, Jesus. Again, LaMelo Ball, Most Improved Player. Wow, he had a really good season. Dang. And then Coach of the Year, once again, Tom Thibodeau. We went 69-13, and Floyd Mullins, our executive, as well. Very, very nice to see. But, again, we're just looking at the all teams. Mitchell Robinson made it as well. That's nice for the Knicks. But let's see. Can the Knicks go back-to-back? That would be incredible. Well, let's find out. Let's simulate. Will they be able to do the impossible? Yes, they do. And in Jesus' third season, second Finals MVP, second championship, let's build a statue of this man outside of Madison Square Garden. Alright, Season 4 underway. Okay, so we're at Season 4, and here's what the roster is looking like still. So for the most part, the main guys are here. I guess they drafted this guy, Jaden Springer. Pretty nice. We also have Brooke Lopez, Will Barton. The team is actually kind of decent. Will we be the #1 seed again? Well, let's simulate and find out. And here we are again. Jesus is the MVP in his 4th season. His numbers are going down a little bit, which is interesting. Probably because more touches are being distributed between Mitchell Robinson and RJ Barrett. But either way, still an MVP. Keith Chandler, Rookie of the Year, looking like a supermodel. Devontae Graham, 6th Man of the Year, Defense Player of the Year. Jesus. Most Improved Tyrese Maxey. Johnny Bryant, Coach of the Year. And Floyd Mullins was the Executive of the Year. I guess we have the entire Tom Thibodeau back. But here are the All-NBA teams. The usual people that you would see on here for the most part. Can we three-peat? Can Jesus lead the New York Knicks to a three-peat? Let's find out. We're simulating. Let's see what happens. And no, he cannot. The Oklahoma City Thunder ruin our chances of three-peating, as LeBron James is the Finals MVP. Interesting. Alright, we are on to Season 5. And it looks like Jesus has re-signed with the Knicks, staying true to his team, I guess, that he was put on by me. And I guess here's the squad. For the most part, pretty decent. Mostly the same. But I'm excited to see if he can lead them back to an NBA championship. The only way to find out is to simulate, so let's do that in Season number 5. Alright, and here he is again. MVP, Mr. Christ himself. Senso D'Angelo, Rookie of the Year. Markelle Fultz, 6th Man of the Year. Defense of the Year. Jesus again. J.J. Connolly, Most Improved. And Johnny Bryant was the Coach of the Year. 71-11. We went 71-11. And here are your All-NBA teams if you guys are aware or just curious looking at them. But yeah, 71-11. That's pretty good, in my opinion. But is it good enough to win a championship? Well, we're going to simulate and find out if we could win another championship for the New York Knicks. And we can, and we get revenge on the Oklahoma City Thunder from last season as Jesus wins Finals MVP. On to the next season, season number 6. So taking a look at the roster once again, we've got Jesus, RJ Barrett, Mitch Robinson, Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly. Basically the starting 5 for the most part, I would assume. And then we also have Rudy Francis, I guess. Yeah, for the most part, the team is okay. Like, the starting lineup's good. But is it good enough to win another championship and go back-to-back? Well, we're going to simulate again. Alright, and once again, he is the MVP. Is he also going to be Defensive Player of the Year? Bryce Foster, Andre Drummond. Yes. MVP and Defensive Player of the Year once again. The Messiah, man. He is the savior of the New York Knicks franchise, ladies and gentlemen. And we went 72-10. The team was ridiculously good. Ridiculously talented. But is it good enough to win another championship? Well, we're going to simulate once again. Playoffs. Can we win it? I think this would be the 4th championship. But we don't win it. We lose to the Pelicans in 6. As Jalen Johnson was the Finals MVP. Interesting. Wasn't he on the Knicks? He might have been. On to season number 7. We still have Jesus on the team. He's still on the Knicks. But I don't know. This roster, besides him, Barrett, and Toppin, isn't that great. So he might look to go somewhere else. Granted, I do have injuries still on. I want to mention that I didn't turn off injuries, but yeah. Other than that, let's simulate Season 7 and see how he does. Once again, MVP goes to Jesus Christ, the Messiah. Almost shot 100% from the free throw line as well. That's crazy in itself. Damon Schultz was the Rookie of the Year. Kyrie Irving, 6th Man of the Year off the bench. That's interesting. I guess he's the starting point guard for Kyrie. Also, Defensive Player of the Year, Jesus again, nice to see. And Dwayne Gray was the most improved player. Johnny O'Brien went 16-13 for our team. Once again, the #1 team in the NBA, but that doesn't mean we're guaranteed that we will win a championship. Here are your All-NBA teams, obviously. He's going to be on All-Defensive and All-NBA first team. So, can we win another championship for the city of New York? Well, let's find out. We're simulating. And we do, and we beat the Thunder again in 6. And once again, Finals MVP. We're going on to season number 8. And I just noticed this. He re-signed with the Knicks, so he didn't even hit free agency. Right, on season number, I think 8. Yes, 8. And taking a look at the roster. Decent roster for Mr. Jesus Christie, as they say in MLB, the show. Well, we're going to simulate season number 8. Let's just see how well he does. He's putting up absolute amazing statistics. And season number 8 has ended with another MVP season. Alvin Burayers, Mike Jeffries, and, Defensive Player of the Year once again. How many has he won so far? I think he hasn't. Yeah, and he's also averaged a triple-double every season and has shot 50, 40, 90 every season as well. The guy is unbelievable. The guy is just unbelievable. And we went 75-7. This is our best season yet. 75-7 is outrageous. It is outrageous. And it'll be outrageous if we don't win a championship. So that's something that we will need to do. So let's see if we simulate the playoffs. We must win a championship. This would be an embarrassment if we don't win. And we did. We win a championship. Beating the Thunder once again as Jesus wins the Finals MVP. On to season number 9. And here we are in season number 9. For the most part, the roster is pretty much the same, except Michael Stewart, I guess, has become a pretty good player, or maybe we got him, I don't know. But he seems pretty good. But for the most part, the core is here. There doesn't seem to be an Emmanuel Quickley, though. I don't see him. Oh, no, he's here. Okay, I was like, where did he go? But, yeah, let's just simulate season number 9 and see how we do. And another triple-double, 50, 40, 90 season for Jesus, MVP, and he is also going to get Defensive Player of the Year. 6th Man of the Year also is Michael Stewart. We have him on the team, that's nice. And he was the most improved player, so, wow. We almost took every award. The only reward we didn't take was Rookie of the Year. We didn't have anyone on our team that won Rookie of the Year, but every other reward is going to the Knicks. That's awesome. Very, very nice. And once again, just pure domination. We were 74-8, but is that good enough to win another championship? Well, let's simulate the playoffs and see what happens. Can we win? Yes, we do. We beat Portland in 5, and another triple-double finals MVP for Jesus. We're going on to double-digit season number 10. And here we are in season number 10. Wow, the team actually has progressed very, very nicely. As Michael Stewart is looking pretty nice. He's another really talented guy, and all these guys are really, really good. Actually, the team itself is pretty insane in terms of overall, at least. So this is looking pretty nice. I think we're definitely going to be really, really good again. The only way to find out is to simulate. So let's simulate season number 10 for, once again, another MVP campaign from Jesus. And another 50, 40, 90 triple-double season. And we've got him winning Defensive Player of the Year. And Michael Stewart wins Sixth Man of the Year. Which is nice. And 77-5 is what we went. Like, the team is so good that it's not even funny how good the team is. It's actually almost embarrassing at this point. Giannis is also on the Grizzlies. I did not know that. Very interesting. But what's even more interesting is that we're going to simulate the playoffs and we're going to win the championship again, I hope. And that is exactly what we do. We went 15-1 in the playoffs. Another finals MVP on the resume for Jesus. Let's go on to season number 11. Alrighty, so taking a look at the roster again for season 11. I mean, very, very talented. Not much really has changed. It's basically the same roster each time, but I just figured I'd show you guys. And yeah, other than that, let's go on to season 11 and see how we do. Well, this is the first season that Jesus didn't average a triple-double, but still 50, 40, 90, and still another MVP. And I'm assuming, yes, another Defensive Player of the Year. And we went 72-10, so the team is still really, really good. Here are your All-NBA teams if you guys really care. You can look at them. And we were the #1 seed once again. Let's simulate the playoffs. Can we win another championship for the New York Knicks? Well, yes we can. I don't even know if that's a 3-peat or a 4-peat, but it's just getting ridiculous at this point. On to season number 12. Again, here's the roster if you guys care. Chester Floyd is here. I don't know if they signed him or not. It looks like they did. Or maybe he developed, I'm not really sure, but man, I don't even know how we can afford all of these players, but somehow it's working, interestingly. And this guy is also progressing really, really well, so interesting stuff. Well, we're going to simulate season number, I think this is 11 for Jesus, so let's get on into it. Well, we are back to the triple-double MVP 50, 40, 90 season. That is the Messiah. And still winning Defensive Player of the Year again. By the way, this was season 12, I believe, not season 11. So I want to correct that. Johnny Bryant again, and Floyd Mullins also. Just great front office and coaching staff, which basically allows us to go 74-8 and just win the championship. No, that's not why. This is clearly why. And just looking quickly at what we're doing, we are averaging a 30-point triple-double, 50, 40, 90 season, or 50, 40, 90 for the career. So, very, very nice. And it's actually really incredible how good he is. I mean, he is really, really good. He wins another championship and another Finals MVP. So we're on to season 13. And, I mean, already, he's proven to be one of the greatest players of all time. And here we are. Another season, another year, another talented year of players. And again, this is the roster. Pretty good roster. I mean, team is looking good. I think we should be able to win another championship. So let's just simulate. Another MVP campaign for Jesus. And another Defensive Player of the Year campaign. Didn't average a triple-double, but still played really, really well. And we only went 67-15. So we weren't as good as the past seasons. We were getting 70 wins, but 67-15 is nothing to sneeze at. and to write off. I mean, the team is still really, really talented. There also could have been some injuries as well that I'm not taking into account. So, I mean, as long as we win the championship, I think the Knicks fans will be happy. And we swept the finals. And another MVP in the finals. I think we're okay. I think the Knicks fans will survive. I believe we are now on to season number 14. And again, the team is still looking hella talented. As you can see here, still a lot of talent. And I still have everything at automated, including retirement stuff. I might turn that on in a few years when it's possible that he could retire. As you can see, he might be starting to recline slightly, but not overall wise. I mean, he still has A+ everything, but there are some stats I'm sure that have been deteriorating and regressing, but he's still putting up great numbers. And let's just see how many more MVPs and Defensive Player of the Years we can win. Well, another MVP campaign in the books, 50, 40, 90 season again, MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, so still putting up ridiculous numbers. And Dell Demps was the Coach of the Year, so that's the first time we didn't win the Coach of the Year in a very long time, and Floyd Mullins was still the Executive of the Year, and we still have all defensive and all NBA first team with him, which is very nice. Good stuff. And we were only 63 and 19. I mean, which is good, obviously. That's a good record. But again, I think we're starting to see some signs of decline on the rest of the team. And it's showing. We took it easy in the regular season. But I still think we can win the championship. And we do. So we still dominate the playoffs, which is nice. And another finals MVP performance from Jesus himself, and I'm pretty sure this is season number 15 that we're on to next. Season 15, and the roster is looking like such. If you guys are curious, like I said, for the most part, everyone's still here. Gary Trent Jr. is also on the team, interestingly enough. I don't know if he was there last year or not, but Sidney Weber is also on the team. Yeah, we got a lot of good players. Is it good enough to win another championship? Well, we'll find out by simulating. Well, another MVP season, another MVP campaign, another 50, 40, 90 season, and I think that's a career high in scoring, if I'm not mistaken, for Jesus, which is awesome, and a career high in rebounds. Another Defensive Player of the Year as well, and we went 76 and 6. Solid record. We actually started off the season, I think we were like 50-something and 2. It was ridiculous, and we only had one loss for a very long time. Yeah, this team is just ridiculous. Like, the talent is just unbearable, and we're gonna win another championship, I would assume. And we're just gonna go on to another season. Yep. And another MVP. Wow, this is a good MVP as well, too, from Jesus. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn on player retirement automation now. That way, if he does decide to retire soon, I'll be able to see that, and then we can actually take a look at the league leading stats and history stuff. All right, another season, and we are still on the Knicks. Well, we're not on the Knicks for another 3 years at the minimum. And the roster is okay. Not as good as last year. It seems like we lost Obi Toppin, and I don't see RJ Barrett as well, so they either retired or left. I don't know which one, but either way, we're going to simulate another season. I'm pretty sure this is season number 16, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see if we can win another championship. Another MVP campaign for Jesus, and another Defensive Player of the Year campaign as well. And we went 63 and 19. Once again, #1 team, and we made all of the All-NBA and all defensive first teams as well. That's not a surprise. #1 seed. But can we win the championship? We were only 63 and 19, so we are vulnerable. And no, we don't. We don't even make the finals. We got swept by the Wizards, who end up winning the championship. Matt Nichols was the finals MVP. So we're going on to season number 17. This should be interesting. Alright, and another year of simulating. And Jesus still has 2 years left on his contract. I'm pretty sure. Yep. So, if anything, he might sign another deal. But after that, he's probably going to not want to stay. He'll probably just retire. But, you know, we're going to simulate and see what happens. Well, it looks like we have another MVP season from Jesus. But it's not a triple-double. In fact, the assists are going very, very far down. However, if we look at our career stats, we're still averaging a triple-double on the career and doing, obviously, 50, 40, 90, 30-point triple-double. I mean, the assists have been going down ever since, really, his 10th year, maybe? Something like that, 12th year. So, but either way, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, nothing to snuff at. And we were not the #1 team in the NBA. Someone went 72-10. Did Memphis go 72-10? I'm just curious. Yes, they did. Who was on Memphis? I'm just really, really curious to see who was on the Grizzlies. A bunch of random guys, but the team is really good. Either way, can we get back to the finals? That's the real question. We do, and we don't have to face Memphis, and we win the finals. Oh, we're going on to season number 18, I think. Here we are, season 18 of simulation, and we've got the homie still on the squad. The team is definitely not as good as it used to be, but it's still decent. It's still decent, but is it good enough to win a championship? Well, we'll find out by simulating, so let's do that. Another MVP season, 50, 40, 90 for Jesus. And another Defensive Player of the Year award as well. I don't think he's ever missed out on an MVP or Defensive Player of the Year, which is incredible. And Mika Nori was the Coach of the Year. And we don't win the Executive of the Year. This is the first time, I think, in a while that we didn't win the Executive of the Year. Maybe the first time at all in this entire simulation. I'm pretty sure. I'm not really sure at the look, but here are your All-NBA teams if you guys are curious. Let's pause and watch. Yep, we were the #1 seed in the East, and we went 62-20. Is that good enough to win the finals, though? That's the real question. Portland is the #1 seed in the West, and they still have yet to beat us. They lost to 7 of us, and we once again win the championship. And Jesus has re-signed. So, will this be his final contract? I don't know, but we're going on to another year. In season number 19, this is the roster that we have. I mean, it's basically myself, Michael Stewart, and everybody else. And even then, I shouldn't even say myself. Jesus, Michael, and everyone else. But anyways, we're going to simulate season number 19. Let's see if we can win another championship. Well, another MVP campaign. Jesus is still playing strong. And still winning Defensive Player of the Years. And still 50, 40, 90. Just barely 50, 40, 90. But nevertheless, a 50, 40, 90 season. And once again, we were not the #1 team in the NBA. But we still had a decent year. As you can see in the bottom right corner, 56-26. That's a good year. And we were the #1 seed. However, probably our worst year in a long time in terms of record. Just because of how good we're used to being. I don't know if it'll be good enough to win a chip. Never mind, we win another championship. We swept the finals. We're just too good. We're just too good. On to season number 20, I believe. Alright, in season number 20, here's the roster. Looks like Darrell Simpson is someone that we signed. The Knicks signed, which is nice. He'll be a nice, decent center to have make the team a little bit more talented since it's really just starting to look like Jesus now. And maybe a little bit of Michael Stewart sprinkled in there as well. Although Marshall Isley is having a good season. Well, he's a young guy too, so he's actually progressing. But never mind about what I just said there. Either way, in season number 20, can we win another championship? Can we win another MVP? Can we win another Defensive Player of the Year? Well, we're going to simulate and find out. Of Jesus is over in terms of MVPs, as OJ Snow is the MVP. And there you go. Still wins Defensive Player of the Year, though. Still had a 50-40-90 season, but the MVP's no longer. And the team itself is getting worse. We were the #1 seed, but we were only 52-30. Is that good enough to win a championship? It's not even good enough to get out of the first round. We get upset by the Boston Celtics in the first round. And Portland, finally, Portland wins a championship as Rex Weaver wins the Finals MVP. Well, let's see if Jesus retired. He still hasn't retired yet, so we're going to keep doing another season until he retires. Jesus is still here, and he wants a contract extension. He still wants to play, this guy. I can't believe it. And he's still a 99 overall, which is incredible. He's barely regressed. That's incredible. The roster is terrible, besides Jesus, but other than that, let's just see what happens. Well, Jesus has won the MVP. Once again, he does retain his MVP status, and a 50-40-90 season once again. And he wins Defensive Player. Still has the Defensive Player of the Year streak going. No one has taken that from him, which is good. And he still hasn't been on anything lower than an All-NBA first team or an All-Defensive first team. So, we were only the 3 seed, however, and we only went 50-32. I don't know if we'll be good enough to even get out of the first round. Yeah, we're starting to decline. We are starting to decline. In terms of the team, Portland wins the finals once again. Chester Goodwin was the finals MVP. Let's just see what Jesus ends up doing. Jesus is here. He has one more season left. And you can see he is definitely starting to regress just a little bit more now. He is finally not a 99 no longer. He is now a 97. And the rest of the team is regressing with him. So, yeah. He wants to sign. He says his heart's here in New York. He still wants to play, which is impressive. So, let's see what happens in this next season. Well, Rex Weaver is the MVP of the season, and Jesus still wins the Defensive Player of the Year, and does not have a 50-40-90 season for the first time in his career. And also, we did not make the playoffs. This is the first time we didn't make the playoffs. First time we did not make the playoffs. So that's incredible. 37-45. Portland wins the championship once again. They've three-peated, and Chester wins the finals MVP. Well, I thought maybe Jesus was ready to retire, but he still wants a contract extension. I mean, granted, they gave him a year, but that's nothing. The team is probably just going to continue to become more and more irrelevant, but we'll keep simulating until Jesus retires. Well, O.J. Snow wins the MVP this time, and Jesus is still winning Defensive Player of the Year, although his defensive stats are going down. No more 50-40-90 season from him. Still averaging double-double, but as you can see, the assists have gone way down, and I don't even think he's averaging a triple-double anymore. No, he's not. For his career, his numbers have dwindled a bit because of his assists, but he still is having a fantastic career, obviously, and he did make the playoffs again, so he did make the playoffs. Still all be a first team, and obviously he'll still be on all defense first team as he hasn't lost the Defensive Player of the Year yet. And we went 45-37. We were the 8th seed, but much better than last season, although I don't think we're going to do much work in the playoffs. But you never know. We did upset Cleveland, and we actually made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, lost to the Wizards, who ended up winning the championship. Bison Kofu's Jr. was the Finals MVP. Let's see. Did Jesus retire? He did. And I'm not going to undo his retirement. We're just going to let him retire. Guys, the final stats for his career: 29.1 points, 14.1 rebounds, 9.5 assists, 2.3 steals, 2.1 blocks, 56, 45, and 97 from the field. Only 1.7 fouls a game, 31.9 minutes a game. Here are his career stats. So he scored over 50,000 points, had almost grabbed over 25,000, 26,460 rebounds to be exact, and nearly 18,000 assists, over 4,000 steals, nearly 4,000 blocks. Turned the ball over that many times. I mean, his career stats are pretty incredible. I am curious to see if he, of course, I'm looking at the triple doubles. He had 824. 1,680 double-doubles. That's incredible. And he played a lot of games. I mean, granted, there were some games there he missed a couple games here and there. But for the most part, he played every game. So let's see how he stacks up in terms of all-time. Okay, guys, before I do all-time, I forgot to show his awards. He was a 20-time MVP, 15-time NBA champion, 22-time All-Star, first-team All-NBA 23 times, Defensive Player of the Year 23 times, well, first-team All-Defense 23 times. So he never was a bad defender, ever. He was always a good defender. And now looking at the records, as you can see, by a large margin, over 10,000 points more than LeBron James in his career. In terms of season, he was 5th. But let's just look at career and not game. So yeah, career. We'll just look at career. So all-time #1 in points, field goals made, 3-pointers made. He wasn't. LaMelo Ball was, but Jesus was number 8. And I just been curious to see where Stephen Curry is. I did see James Harden. Curry doesn't even seem to be on here. I could have missed him, though. I probably just missed him. Maybe I didn't. Oh, no, he did. Okay, there he is. He's number 4. Okay, I was about to say. So, Kevin Porter Jr., Luka Doncic, and LaMelo Ball all had more three-pointers made. Most free throws made, Jesus. Most rebounds, beating out Wilt Chamberlain. That's incredible. Most assists as well. That's also incredible. Most blocks. Well, if Wilt had blocks as well as Bill Russell, they'd probably have the more, but nevertheless, still impressive. Steals the game, Jesus. LeBron James still played the most minutes out of everybody. Jesus was 2nd, though. Turnovers, Jesus had the most. Not surprising. In terms of all-time PPG, doesn't show it. Oh, yeah, these are glitched. I think the points per game stats are going to be glitched. Field goal percentage. He might be on here somewhere in the bottom. Somewhere. How many Nenes are there? Nene and Nene Hilario. That's interesting. I don't know. He might be on here. I'm not really sure. But either way, you guys saw the main rewards. Manu quickly had the highest free throw percentage. That's interesting. Yeah, these rebounds per game. He's probably not going to be on any of these. Yeah, I think those are glitched. Yeah, blocks per game. Yeah, games played. He had the most games played. Fouls. He didn't have the most fouls. 40-point games. Most 40-point games in NBA history. Tied for most 50-point games in NBA history with Michael Jordan. Clearly had the most triple-doubles. And, yeah. That's really all I'm going to show you guys, because the games in season, I kind of don't really care about that much. I'm sure he has a couple records here. You guys can pause and look while I do this. That's career. Season. Yeah, I saw some season stats. Yeah, triple-doubles. He's going to have that. 70 in a season is ridiculous, by the way. But I'm going to switch over to full cam and close out the video. So if you put Jesus on the New York Knicks, he becomes the Knicks savior. Maybe that's what the Knicks need to get them back to championship or just relevancy in general. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this unrealistic scenario, make sure to leave it a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, comment down below some more future rebuilding ideas, or just challenges, what ifs, and other games you might want to see me play. And check out my Twitch or Discord also in the description, which I also have a playlist as well for other MyNBA, MyWNBA content. With that being said, take care, enjoy the rest of your day or night, and I hope to see you all soon, and peace.